version of the Montachusett Public Health Network. Thank you all for joining us. I call this meeting to order. It says 3 times, so I did 3 times. Perfect. Okay. Please be advised that FATV is conducting an audio and video recording of this meeting for public broadcast. I ask that anyone else in the audience who is recording this meeting to please stand and identify themselves for the record now by standing and stating your name and city of residence. Seeing none, we will move on. At this time, I ask that all electronic devices be placed into silent mode. I will do that myself. I think this would be a good time to go through the roll call and see who we have present and for the meeting minutes. Would you mind doing that, Madam Clerk?
Sure. Athol. Clinton. Fitchburg.
Present.
Gardner.
Present.
Hubbardston.
And present, yeah.
Hubbardston. Leominster.
Present.
Phillipston. Princeton. Royalston.
Here, Phil.
Sterling. Templeton. Westminster.
Here, Abby.
All right, Abby. And Winchendon.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At this time, if there isn't anybody present, I can invite them up to speak for no more than 2 minutes. It doesn't seem like we have anybody interested in that. Anybody wishing to speak? Hearing none, we will move on to the agenda. I am going to skip to an update on the inspection project, and I will help where necessary, but I'm going to turn it over to Catherine Hoover to talk about our inspection project.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay, Steve, now?
We can.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody that has sent me some forms so far regarding food inspections and Title V inspections. The ones that I've received before this week have all gone to the subject matter experts with the state, and the others that I have received this week and moving forward will go in a second batch to the subject matter experts, and their idea is just to review everything kind of in a batch. It's not, specific for each town. It's looking at how we're doing as an SSA or as a shared service arrangement. So they want to give suggestions. They will be making kind of some checklists for everybody about the best practices, using the most updated forms if towns are not doing that. So all of that will be done as a whole, as a batch, once I have everything. So if it has not been sent over yet, if you can please get me those when you are able, I appreciate it. And for everyone that has sent ahead, thank you very much. And we are working on it. It's not a fast project. It's a slow project, but it is happening. So thank you all for your participation. And if anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer.
Is there any questions regarding that project? Phil.
So is this one of our, not FEP, but our funding requirements to do this project?
So it is on our work plan for, the Public Health Excellence Grant, we have work plan items that we have to accomplish as an SSA. And yes, this is 2 of them actually. So they're each separate. So Title V is one and food inspections is a second one. So yes, they're looking for participation from all members of the SSA.
And then the upshot of it is trying to get us, making sure we're using all the same forms, doing things similar.
Correct. Yep. The idea is that we kind of be working as a unit, so doing things the same way. So it's to help anybody that may not be using the right things to help them to be using those, and just to be working as a unit together. So that just consistency is really what they're looking for. So for anybody to be pointed out or singled out for not doing anything correctly. It's as a whole, as a group, to be doing things the same way.
Okay.
Any other questions from the group? We're all on board with what the goal is here. I think it's pretty straightforward and simple. So thank you, Catherine. Anything else to add? We're good. So moving on to another agenda item, I want to touch base with the crew regarding, we did receive a bid. I'm on the Stericycle issue. Since we've had some Stericycle issues in the past couple of months, I did reach out and seek a couple of bids. I'll share with those who are present if you want to take a look, but I did get a price list. Sorry I can't share it electronically. But basically the price list is from New England Med Waste, is the price list I'm sharing present to the folks here. Sorry, Laura, I didn't mean to leave you out. The pricing is exactly the same as Stericycle. I believe that the transition will be easy over, and this price list can be effective November 1st. However, I do have to reach out to Stericycle and terminate our agreement. Since we've had Stericycle since 2016, contracts have automatically renewed. So we will have to give them some notice, but I'm hoping that the problems with our Sharps kiosks in each community go away with the transition. I just kind of wanted to have a discussion on it, if anybody has any questions, concerns about that.
Can I just ask what the frequency E12W?
So you may. So the service frequency was what the contract was previously. That can always be changed, but basically the E12W stands for every 12 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And
It's easy.
I know that your Westminster is probably a little bit more active than that.
I think so, yeah.
So that's something we can reduce. I mean, we can ask for every week if that's something.
Yeah, I
you
think
wanted to.
once a month would
Yeah.
probably be,
So,
but I can talk to the police too and see what they think.
okay, but I'll share
As
this.
long as it can be switched, I'm fine.
Yeah, I've noticed your kiosk is much more active as of late. And,
Yeah.
we could certainly try to get service to that kiosk a little more often, so
Perfect, thank you.
it's more effective if it's utilized and open on a regular basis. Any other discussion on that? Phil?
And this new company, hopefully, when they see a full sealed box next to the kiosk, they take it?
Yeah, I agree. There's one issue after another with Stericycle, and try to get a hold of them and get a live person has been very difficult. I finally did make contact with a person 2 weeks ago, and things did get a little better, but I think we're too far deep into problems to not step out of this now. Any other discussion?
I had a question.
Sure.
I think the Gardner PD is handling that on their own right now.
Yes, I don't
They've
believe
been-
Gardner is even on this list. Is that something the city of Gardner is interested in?
Yeah, I'm going to just ask what the process to opt in on that, if it's too late for this year, or if I can just talk to the PD. And I know we had a complaint a couple weeks ago about the kiosk being overrun with sharps and stuff, so I'm going to run it by them and see if they want to jump in on that, since it
Makes
might be
sense.
better pickup schedule, so.
Okay, I'm going to, I'll hold off on moving forward.
We'll call him today, so.
Yeah, I mean, we can add it in any time, so it's not a time pressing thing, but
Okay.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
Absolutely.
Any other? I know you folks have had nightmares with Stericycle. I'd like to get that corrected as soon as possible. Any other discussion on Sharps kiosks? So moving on to another agenda item, there is a request for $61,000 to use out of our revolving fund. There are funds in it, but we are looking for $61,000 additional. What was the number that we settled on last meeting? Catherine, do you remember that number? Sorry, no.
I don't, but stand by, I'll get it for you.
Not that it's pressing, it's not that important, but it looks like clinics are going quite well, and that another $61,000 is needed for the purchase of its COVID vaccine, actually. Any other comments?
Yeah, it's just additional COVID vaccine. Flu is all paid for the season. This is just additional to get us through the rest of the season for our COVID vaccine, and I'm getting that number for you. One moment.
Excellent, thank you. I guess the point of that is for discussion that we're not asking for anything more out of the funds than we did last year. But I think the approval process was to be in increments per meetings, if I remember correctly on the discussion. I don't think there's a whole lot of memory brain cells involved with this right now. Somebody help me here, I'm struggling.
Previous meeting, we had a total approved that was for this quarter, and that we have used that and are looking for the additional amount to get us through the rest of the immunizing season, because we still have more clinics coming up. So we have used what was previously approved, that figure, which I do not have yet. Okay. And this is just additional to get us through the rest of the immunizing season.
So is there any other discussion on this issue? Hearing none, I will move on to Phil.
Yeah, so we can't vote on it because we don't have a quorum, but
Correct.
I think we support this moving forward, so we just need to have a quorum.
Yep.
We're short two? We're short two, right? We have 5?
We have 5, yes.
Okay. All right, just want to make a point that we support this, so I believe.
Okay.
Can I ask how this will happen if we won't have a next meeting till January and we need the COVID prior to that? How do you get a quorum without a meeting?
That's a good question.
Because we probably need approval now in order to buy it for upcoming clinics.
That's a very good question. Phil?
We can try for a special meeting in 2 weeks
Okay.
that we really need a quorum. The other thing too, we could send out, say we're going to have a meeting in 2 weeks, also get a response from folks to see if they can attend. But we really need the quorum to pass the money. So, I mean, let's just do a Zoom meeting in 2 weeks and then ask folks if they can attend.
Any objection to meeting in 2 weeks? That doesn't put us into Thanksgiving, correct? That's before Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what, wait a minute, we got to check.
Virtual.
MHA conference, hold on.
Yeah, that's conference week, so maybe the following week.
Or what about next week? Where are we?
November, the week of November 4th?
We could do it either the 20th, or we could do it, how about the 12th, right before the conference, the Tuesday. Veterans Day is Monday. I mean, I'm just throwing some ideas out there.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Phil.
Like they do with the election.
Catherine, how pressing would that be on your clinics? It's tough to have clinics without vaccine.
Yeah, I think it's pretty pressing, honestly. So yeah, maybe we need to try something for next week.
11/6, just a Zoom only meeting? Is that possible? I don't know.
Does November 6th work for a meeting? Is that a Wednesday?
Yes.
As long as we can Zoom.
Works for Leominster.
Yeah, works for, as long as we can Zoom.
Okay. So we will look at scheduling up a meeting for November 6th.
Around the same time, Steve, 10:30?
Sorry, didn't understand that.
Same time? 10:30?
Same time, it would be 10:30, yes.
Okay,
Does that work for folks?
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Are you available, Steve?
I don't know. I'll be available. I'll make myself available.
Okay. Would be brief. Yep. We have clinic, but I will also make myself available.
So the next item on the agenda is yes, I am available. Let's jump to announcements. I'd like to notify folks that there is a public flu and COVID clinic at Fitchburg City Hall. That would be, I believe that's this Friday, November 1st, 9 to 4:30. It will be located on the third floor of City Hall. Folks are reminded to bring their insurance cards. There is also a flu and COVID clinic at Leominster City Hall, which is open to the public, and it is November 7th, and that is from 3 to 5:30. And if there are any questions, you can call 978-602-2356 for any information. And I also throw it out to the communities, MPHN communities, if anyone else, any of the communities would like to host a clinic, you can reach out to Catherine or Victoria, and you probably should do that as soon as possible because their schedule is pretty heavy. So if there's any interest from the communities, please reach out. I think that's about all we can tackle on the agenda, not voting. Anybody have any information? Any events to share? Phil?
I want to thank Catherine and company for coming up to Royalston beginning of the month. We had our clinic. I was in and out, but I think it went good. I think we did a little over 50 flu and a little over 25 COVID. So I think it went well. It was co-sponsored by Board of Health and the Council on Aging. And we had a local pharmacy there and the Montachusett Medical Reserve Corps. So I think, I don't know, maybe Catherine, you can say otherwise, but I thought it went well overall.
Very successful, Phil. Yes, we were. It was very well attended. The signage was great. The space was great. So yeah, it was a very successful clinic, and we hope we can help you out again next year.
Sounds good. That's all I got.
Anybody else have any comment? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
I'll second that.
We are adjourned.